Hello everyone, today I am going to discuss Venn diagram lesson 4. In this I will discuss the 4 variable Venn diagrams. Now whenever you have to make the 4 variable Venn diagram, first you have to make a 3 cross 3 matrix. 9 cell matrix first we will make. This is, you have to make a square first, then you have to divide it. You have to make these lines. Now it's a 3 cross 3 matrix, or you can say that this matrix has 9 cells. Now you have to make 4 semicircles. Semicircle number 1, semicircle number 2, semicircle number 3 and semicircle number 4. Now this is a 4 variable Venn diagram, and then you have to make this entire outside rectangle. That will be the total number of persons or total number of things in the survey. Now this is, let's say, the number of people who consume tea. This is tea. This part is coffee. This is milk, and this is juice. These are the 4 variables I am taking. Now if you want to know which part is which, so this is the tea. I am making this blue. This is the number of people who drink tea. This I am making this blue part. This is the number of people who consume tea. This blue one is for tea. This brown, this I am making brown. This is for the coffee. This brown part is of the number of people who consume coffee. This is the brown part which consume coffee. And same this green part I am making. This is the number of people who consume the milk. This is milk part. This is the milk, green, and same is for the juice. Now these are total number of people I have made that have participated in the survey. Now I will ask you some questions and then we will answer. Now my question is, how many people consume only tea? Now you can see that this is the tea circle, this blue one. Only tea is A. A are the number of people who consume only tea. So I will mark this as A1. 1 means exactly one drink. So only tea is the number of people is A. Only coffee, the number of persons will be C, because C is the only part that is coming in only coffee circle. B comes tea and coffee. E, F, I, J, M, N all are also in the circle of milk and juice. So when I say the number of people who consume only coffee, your answer should be C. Only milk, your answer should be G. Only juice, your answer should be O. So when I say that number of people who consume exactly one drink EX1, how many people consume exactly one drink? So your answer should be A plus C plus G plus O. A are the number of people who consume only tea, only coffee is C, only milk is G, only juice is O. Now when I say tea and coffee, exactly 2 drinks, tea and coffee, this will be B. I am just writing B2. It means that B are the number of people who consume exactly 2 drinks, that is tea and coffee. Now what is milk and juice? This is K. K are the number of people who consume exactly 2 drinks, that is milk and juice. Are there any more? Yes. Look at this D. D are the number of people who drink only 2 drinks, that is tea and milk, because this D comes in the circle of tea and milk. Look at the diagram carefully. D is outside the circle of coffee, that is brown circle, and D is also outside the circle of juice. I will make some color for juice circle. Let me make this color as red. Same way you can say F. F are the number of people who consume only coffee and milk. Now you can see that F is outside the circle of T, that is blue circle, and F is also outside the circle of juice, that is red circle. So F comes only in the two circles, that is coffee and milk. So F are the number of people who drink exactly two drinks, that is coffee and milk. Same, that is you can see that your L are the number of people who consume exactly two drinks, that is tea and juice, and N are also the number of people who consume exactly two drinks, that is coffee and juice. So when I say that exactly true, two drinks, there will be 6 combination. Tea and coffee, it would be B, then K stand for milk and juice, then D, then F, then L and N. These are the, if you add this will become the total number of people who consume exactly two drinks. You have to add this in order to get the total number of people who consume exactly two drinks. Now, what about exactly three drinks? Here I am making the mark. Now look at this E. E are the number of people who consume exactly three drinks. I am marking with a green color. Now E are the number of people who consume tea as well as coffee as well as milk. But if you look at the diagram carefully, E is outside the circle of juice. Now same is true for H. H are the number of people who consume exactly three drinks, that is tea, coffee and juice, but they don't consume the milk. Same is with M. M are the number of people who consume tea, coffee and juice but not milk. What about J? J are also number of people who consume coffee, milk and juice but not tea. And the last number of people who consume all the four drinks, that is who drink all the four drinks, is I, because I comes in the circle of tea as well as coffee as well as milk as well as juice. So when I say exactly three drinks, your answer should be E plus H plus J plus M. This is the number of people who consume exactly three drinks. They also make a, you can say that rhombus kind of a structure. If you mark this like this, exactly three make some kind of rhombus structure, E, H, M and J. I, you know that it's very simple to understand and observe. I are the number of people who consume all the four drinks. So this is the basics of four variable Venn diagram. Once we do questions, then it will be your fundamentals will be more clear on how to solve questions on four variable Venn diagram. Now this is a question on four variable Venn diagram. First we will make the diagram and then we will fill the data in that diagram in order to solve the questions. Now here I have made the diagram. A survey was conducted among some people, that what the question say. It was found that 660 people watch History channel. So this is the history I have made. This is 660. 630 people watch BBC. Before this there is 660 people watch Star World. So Star World is also 660. How many people watch BBC? 630. 630 watch BBC, and Star News, that is stand for SN, this is 570. Now when I say 660, it means that there is this complete circle of Star World is 660. That is, I am making this in a brown color. When I say 660, this is the complete circle of Star World. Everything, if you add this total, all the values, then it will become 660. So that's what we have written. Now the question is that number of people who watch each combination of exactly three channels. Now each combination means exactly three channels we have. If you have understood the basic, this is the each combination of exactly, each combination value is 80. Number of people who watch each combination of exactly three channels is 80. So this number would be 80. Now same with this number would be 80, this would be 80, as well as this would be 80, as this I have explained in the previous slide. Now this first 80 is the number of people who watch History, Star World and BBC. The second 80 where I have now made the tick mark, this second 80 are the number of people who watch History, BBC and Star News, but not Star World. Same is third 80. So question says that each combination of exactly 3 channels. We have 4 combination of exactly 3 channels. One is History, Star World, BBC. One is History, Star World, Star News, Star World, BBC, Star News, and one more. So each combination, there are 4 combination of exactly 3 channels, and all the 4 values are 80. That is what the question says. Next the question says that the number of people, next I am just marking here, the number of people who watch only History channel and BBC. Now it's not only History channel, it's only History channel and BBC. It means that exactly 2 channels, History and BBC is 100. Now History and BBC, this is the part exactly 2. History and BBC, not Star World, not Star News, because the question says that only History channel and BBC. So this number would be your 100. Only History channel and BBC, this is 100. Now next the question says that 160 people watch only History channel. So only History channel is this is 160. 200 watch only Star World. This is only Star World, this is 200. 180 people watch only BBC. This is only BBC is 180. And 140 watch only Star News. This is 140. Now the question says that 60 people watch only BBC and Star News. And BBC and Star News exactly 2 channels. When I say only BBC and Star News, it means that exactly 2 channels, that is BBC and Star News. This is equals to your 60. And while 20 people watch all the 4 channels, this is 20 all the 4 channels. Now that is all information is given. Again further the question says that each person watches at least 1 channel. So it means that the number of people who watch none of the channel is 0. I am making in this green. Now here you can fill the complete BBC circle. I am making it green. Green part, this green spiral I am making. This is your BBC circle. And all the values except 1 is given, and we know that total sum of all the values in BBC would be 630. Now if you add, total should be 630, so we can fill this gap. It should be how much? This will be 600 if you add all the values, then it total is 630, so this will become 30. Now what more circle we can fill? Now you can see that in History circle there are 2 gaps that we need to fill. In Star World there are also 2 gaps, and in Star News there are also 2 gaps. So what we will do, we will assume that this is equals to X, this is Y, and this is Z. Now we will calculate the value of X plus Y. Now complete History circle is 660, so we can always calculate the value of X plus Y. I'm just writing in the here. X plus Y would be how much? If you add, total should be 660. So we first let calculate the value of X plus Y. Then we can always calculate the value of X plus Z by adding all the values in the Star World circle. We know that total is 660. Same way we can always calculate the value of Y plus Z. This will make our question simpler. Now here X plus Y will come 140. How I am calculating? 660 minus all these values, because if you add all this value, this total should be 660. So you will get always the value of X plus Y. So I am getting the value of X plus Y as 140. So this X plus Z will come 170. This Y plus Z will come 110. Now you got X plus Y, you got X plus Z, you got Y plus Z. If you add all the 3, you will get twice of X plus Y plus Z. If you add all the 3, you will get twice of X plus Y plus Z, and this will be equals to 420. So you will get x plus y plus z as 210. Now we can calculate the value of x as well as y as well as z. So what will be the value of x? Now you know that the value of y plus z is 110. The value of x plus y plus z is 210. So you subtract y plus z from x plus y plus z, you will get x as 100. So this x will become 100. I'm just writing here. This x will become 100. I'm making a circle. Now you know that x plus z is 170. Now what would be y? 170 plus 40 will make 210. So y would be 40. This y value would be, I'm just making outside, this value would be 40. Y is 40. And what about z? X plus y is 140. So 70 would be the value of z. Z will be over 70. Now we have all the data and you can answer each and every kind of question that can come in your exam on the basis of this structure. Let me solve some questions. Now you should pause the video, look at the diagram I have filled, then try to answer the 3 questions I have written. Now how many people watch only history and star world? Now only history and star world would be this X, exactly 2 channels, and this is 100. So our answer would be 100. Only history and star, this is 100. Now how many people watch BBC but not history? As we discussed in the previous lessons of Venn diagram, not history will means that we will remove history part out of BBC. So I will take only this part. I'm making the red circle. This is the complete BBC part in the brown, but we don't have to take history, so we will take this part. I'm making the red spiral. This red spiral is the part which is there in the BBC, but we don't have to take history, so I will end here. I will take this only. This I'm taking red spiral. This is the part which is BBC but not history, so I will remove that 100, 80, 80, 20. So my answer would be 180 plus 30, that is 210. 210 and 80, 290. 290 plus 60, answer would be 350 is the number of people who watch BBC but not history. Next is exactly 2 channels. Now exactly 2 channels would be 100, that is for history and star world. 60, that is BBC and star news. Then you have to take 100, that is history and BBC. Then 30, this green one, 30. 30 stands for BBC and your star world. Then Y plus Z. Y is your, I'm just writing this Y. Y was how much? We have to, this is 40, and then Z, this also exactly to this is 70. If you add this, you will get how many people watch exactly 2 channels. So this is 160, 260, then 290 plus 40, this is 330 plus 7, 400 is the number of people who watch exactly 2 channels. Also, if you want to count the total number of people who, that is question number 4, total number of people who participated in the survey, you can add all the values and you can give your answer. So we can always calculate total number of people who participated in the survey. So in this way you can answer all kinds of question that comes in a 4 variable Venn diagram. The only and the most important thing is that are you able to fill the data within the diagrams that we made. If you are able to fill the data, then questions won't be that difficult.